G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Outlaw Season video. There is a lot of confusion around what additional flame fuel drop quantity, additional fluorescent memory drop quantity, etc. means when it comes to drop spirits and how this all functions and why Kong is so powerful, or the fluorescent memory pets in general are so powerful when it comes to bossing and doing any mechanic that involves fluorescent memories dropping and stuff like that. So it is openly admitted by the developers that if you are running, let's say Dream, for example, let's go to the Dream pets, they all have additional Dream Talking drop quantity, additional drop quantity from Nightmare monsters, and the bubbles and stuff that pop out. Now, the bubbles themselves are only modified by the Dream pets. So it's pointless having your flame fuel pets out when popping those bubbles because they won't affect the bubble loot at all. However, there is one exception to that, and this applies to every single mechanic in the game when it comes to fluorescent memories. So your fluorescent memory pets have additional fluorescent memory shard drop quantity. This does nothing, absolutely nothing to your say Dream Bubbles or your Outlaw mechanic drops and stuff like that. The only thing that has an effect is this second line here. Fluorescent memories have a 10% chance to be multiplied by 2. So what the additional drop quantity means is if a fluorescent memory drops on the ground, it has a chance to, it has a 24% chance that an additional one drops. This doesn't apply to the bubbles and stuff like that. However, the fluorescent memories that have dropped have a chance to be multiplied by 2. Kong has a chance to be multiplied by 3 and an additional 10% chance to be multiplied by 2. However, the additional fluorescent memory shard drop quantity does not apply. So if you are doing, let's go back to the map analogy, and you're running through with, let's say you have Chalk and the other two pets like I do, they all give their individual ones. I don't think there's a way of seeing the total, is there? No, it's just broken down like this, which is a shame, but you can add it up. So looking at this for an example, so if we add up all of these additional flame fuel drop quantities, it actually comes to 105% chance or additional flame fuel drop quantity. That doesn't mean if you have 100 flame fuel flame elementium drop, instead you'll get 205 flame elementium. That just means that if you have a stack of flame sand or flame elementium drop on the ground, there is a 105% chance that an additional flame fuel stack of some sort will drop. If you get a 50 flame elementium stack drop on the ground, the additional stack might be 1 flame sand, for example. Or if you get 1 flame sand drop on the ground, the additional stack may be 50 flame elementium or something like that. Same deal with, let's go to the fluoro pets. Let's add these up. So if we add these three together, there is a 60% chance that in a map scenario, not League Mechanics specific, there is a 60% chance that when a fluorescent memory shard card drops on the ground, there is a 60% chance that an additional one will drop on the ground, and then they have the chance to multiply by 2 or multiply by 3, which is affected in things like the Void Pirate, Void Great, Void Boss Kill, these things, what are it's called? Great Void kills. So if you're doing, say, Keegan, we'll look at the drops. There's no fluorescent cards, so it doesn't matter. If you go to... the Lawbreaker is a good example. So if we go in here, there is cards here that drop. The additional... the 60% additional fluorescent memory drop chance doesn't affect the chance that these will drop at all. However, the 10% chance to get 2 or the 10% chance to get 3 is affected by what drops on the ground. it's slightly confusing, but I think when you get that logic cemented, you'll understand why Kong and that sort of thing are very powerful for those bosses. Because if we look at the overview, there's a 25% chance to be multiplied by 2 and a 10% chance to be multiplied by 3, which is really, really quite powerful. Hopefully this helps some people understand how additional drop quantity works for fluorescent memories and for flame fuel and that sort of thing. If you're wondering how to use Doro Doro Dorothy, here she is here, the compass pets. So if you're wondering how to use Doro Doro, as there's no real auto switch for Dorothy here, what you want to do is anytime that you're expecting a lot of compasses to drop on the ground. So Dorothy's ability is whenever there's a compass drop on the ground, there's a chance to supply 5 to 10 additional compasses and that sort of thing. So if you get to the end of your Clockwork Ballet mechanic in the map, before you click on that giant face, just switch to your compass pets, click it, and then Doro has a chance to multiply all of those compasses. Or say you're doing Dark Surge and you notice in the little dial that one of the options is compass, just switch to Doro Doro and hopefully she can multiply your compasses in that way as well. As I said before, hopefully this is useful to someone. Hopefully it helps you understand how to best utilize your pack spirits and get you more loot overall. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.